let's see. Okay, so the offering. So we are trying to raise $7.875 million with the option to expand up to $10 million. The target investor leverage IRR is 19%. The hold period is 7 years with 2 1-year extensions, right? And the preferred return is 10%. The remaining cash flow splits. Basically, the way it's working is the preferred return is 10%. Once we reach the first hurdle, there's an 8. When the first hurdle is the preferred return of 10%, then we will have an 80-20 split, 20% to us and 80% to everybody in the fund, up to 15% IRR. Once we hit the 15% IRR, we have reached the second hurdle, and the second hurdle essentially becomes 75% to investors and 25% to the sponsor promote over the 15% IRR. Okay, so we have an incentive to try to get the highest IRR that we possibly can. And the distribution timing would be quarterly. And as soon as we have any sort of profit, we'd be paying out on a quarterly basis. And the target returns will obviously vary. Also the sponsor contribution and ownership. So the contribution will be at a 4% contribution. So that basically means that we are putting 4% in to the deal. And the promote would be a level 1, 20% after the 10% preferred return and 15% IRR distribution. Level 2, 25% thereafter. Okay, so yeah, so it's an 80-20 split with a 10% return. Once we reach 15% IRR, then it will go to the 25%. Okay. And the minimum investment is only $25,000. The qualification to invest is that you have to be an accredited investor, which really isn't a big deal. In our back office, once you get into the back office and look at the PPM and look at everything, then essentially you'll see that there's a document that you have to sign that just basically allows you to that shows that you're an accredited investor and then allows you to put the money in. The offering type is a Reg B. Okay, so I wanted to just go quickly over the waterfall, right, which is basically the hurdles. All right, so in tier 1, right, it's the 10% preferred return. The type is cumulative, and the investor puts in 96%, and we will put in 4%, and the promote is 0. So up to 2%, essentially, we make nothing. Tier 2 would be when we hit the 15% and the 15% IRR. It would be a 76% investor return, and then the 4% comes from us, and the 20% comes to us for the return. And thereafter, right, anything over 71%. Anything over the 71%, we still have that 4% in, and then you guys get the 71% split, and we get the 25% split. Okay. And I see a couple of questions. Let me just make sure. Question from earlier I don't think was answered. I answered this. Let me see, hang on. Here's a couple of questions. I want to make sure that we get those answered. Some Social Security, some self-storage industry leaders say that the self-storage is a huge bump in values, rates, and utilization due to COVID and economic stimulus. They're saying this is probably a relative temporary effect. Once inflation reduces, investor money will shift to other assets, driving down the self-storage value. What is the longer-term strategy for the fund to avoid these possibilities? So our basically this fund is for us to purchase facilities. And there's the long-term strategy of this is really to exit out, right? So we are here to stabilize the facilities, because the facilities that we buy are mismanaged facilities. So we don't have like a long-term, like there's not like a buy and hold for you know, a specific amount of time. Essentially, our goal is to buy them, stabilize them, and then sell them. Now, and the reason why is because this fund is basically, I mean, in order for us to purchase, this fund is based off of the, you know, off of debt. So we need that money now up front so we can, you know, so we can buy them, because we cannot go to a bank and get a loan. So our goal for this fund is essentially to just stabilize the properties and as soon as possible sell them, possibly refi them out. We could refi them out, and then we would just go to a bank and get a loan for those.